honestly, it do give me a Salt Precinct 13 kind of vibe, but it's different though. It's different.
But I see why, because it's one, like I'm doing it in one location.
Yeah, but it's different though.
I mean, I need to watch Assault on Precinct 13 tonight.
You watch the old one or the new one?
The old one. I didn't know it was a new one.
All right, you need to watch the old one. You don't even know how I asked that shit. What the new one got started?
Look at that. That look crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't see it. Let me take it off here.
You thinking of?
Nah, I like the way that looked right there. Get that up. That looked dope. That was dope. I like that.
Nah. It looked crazy when we blow the screen up. Lunch table, man. Lunch table to the dinner table.
Somewhere. Let me put this up on somewhere.
The dinner table.
The dinner table, man. Bon appetit.
We're gonna see if this thing really, if it hold up with numbers.
I think it is.
I don't know. Like, I like the lunch table, or I like the lunch hour because it's at this odd time where I feel like we get a unique type of audience. You know what I mean? Like it's a different type of person watching the YouTube, like a YouTube show at 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, everybody off work right now, so I think this is like the circus hour.
Wow.
Like everybody want to see you juggle, you know, honk your nose, like all that type of stuff.
You don't think it'd be a bigger audience though?
I mean, that's Steele's point. Steele's point is it's a bigger audience. And
jugglers over here.
I know.
I ain't no juggler.
King gone.
I ain't no juggler.
I ain't calling you no clown.
But I ain't no juggler. I don't attend the circus, man.
But look. So this is what I'm saying. You're not a juggler, but I think that you're entertaining.
I mean,
I'm not juggling, but I think you're entertaining. I think you got a red nose.
No.
Yeah, right. I got a big nose. It ain't red though, man. God damn.
I think you got a curly wig afro.
I was not saying.
Damn, big old. I got big feet, but goddamn, they ain't red though.
I think you like striped outfits with different colors.
This nigga talking crazy, Trap.
Nah.
I'm saying that sometimes I watch shit, man. I'm Trap be funny as fuck to me. Like I'm Trap hilarious.
I don't be meaning to be though. That's the crazy shit about it though.
That's the best part because you be funny without being funny. Trying to be funny.
You got to see Trap on ADHD, boy. When he get to cussing these people out, trying to keep control of the circus. He not the only reason I say not the clown is because he's the ringmaster. I saw him.
That should be a zoo, man. That should be crazy. I left my phone over here. Let me get my phone real quick. I think I left over here in the corner.
People just be going bad, man. Bad. So look, they had the Drake UMG case. They were in court and they finally started talking about the records and lyrics. Like they started brushing through them. I gotta tell you, I have to read to you. The judge is a comedian. The judge in this case is the funniest person in the world, man. I am not lying. That judge is funny. Let me see. Can I find the paperwork? Shout out to Inner City Press. Inner City Press be getting all the best press, man. Like they transcribe all the information fresh out the courtroom onto Twitter.
And they should be legit.
It'd be straight legit. It's the dopest thing in the world. I actually donated some money to him, like $30 for lunch. But man, he was good. Let me see if I could find it. Here it is. Shout out to everybody at the dinner table that's eating with us. We already had 226 people.
So, well, still, coach.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Repost it. Like it.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? So I was actually watching somebody else's live earlier, and I was watching on my phone, and I didn't know how the hell to like the damn live though. You know how simple it is. All you gotta do is double tap the screen, B.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On Twitter?
No, on YouTube.
Oh, just double tap the screen.
That's all they gotta do is double tap the screen.
Oh, double tap the screen, man.
That's it. Double tap the screen, y'all. When y'all come up in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Get your all y'all messy people, get your what they call that shit? The bed, put your bib on, you know what I'm saying? And double tap the screen.
Hey,
double
Trap.
Tap the screen. What's that, bro?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Hey, how feel? You ever look at the comments at all?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I look at it.
See somebody say, best stream or podcast out right now.
Yo, bro, that's dope, B. That's dope, man. I'm glad they appreciate. I'm glad they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Cause we just sitting here just curating. You know what I'm saying, having great conversations amongst the gang. That's it, B. This really ain't
the deal.
And it's organic. It's organic. So to be so organic like we are, though, we ain't doing nothing extra, and they loving it though, man. We doing something right. Word. I seen that said before. Word.
So No Ceilings Live, the dinner table. Test trial number 3. Test trial number 3. Right here on Digital Soapbox. Click the thumbs up button. Let us know you in the house. You feel me? Double tap the screen. You ain't got to do too much.
Double tap the screen. That's it.
Yeah.
Double tap
the screen. Michelle, double tap the screen. Squish, what's up? Thank you for moderating. Nick, double tap the screen, man. The player stuff, man.
That's it.
We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast, but now the stream is taking a life of its own. But we initially started it for the No Ceilings podcast as a way to promote the No Ceilings podcast. Just dropped a great episode, conversation critiques, and I think it's compliments on hip hop, whatever it is. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, and anywhere you get your podcasts from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. And we're going to get this thing going. So this what was happening in the Drake UMG case, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. I'm going to read a little bit, but just, work with me. So Judge Vargas is the presiding judge. The judge said, "You seem to say a diss track could never be defamatory. But NY law says the form is not dispositive." I don't. Dispositive? I'm not quite sure. I've never seen that word. It's funny. UMG lawyer, look at the shock jock cases. Judge, not the same thing. Perhaps the court needs more info and cannot dismiss. UMG's lawyer, Drake opened the door in the 3D person that when Kendrick Lamar says, "Heard you like him young," there is no surprise. Right? Vargas, the judge, Mr. Lamar suggests there are other secrets he has yet to reveal. It's ambiguous. UMG lawyer, these are questions of law. The court can dismiss. Judge, what are certified pedophiles? UMG lawyer, it's a play on certified lover boy. Judge, but would ordinary listeners know the name of Drake's album, Certified Lover Boy? UMG lawyer, the context is all rumors about Drake and young females. UMG lawyer, we seek dismissal for Drake having used the information and belief form of pleading. Judge, Mr. Gottlieb for Drake. Now this is Drake's attorney, Gottlieb. On a Rule 12 motion, the question is whether a listener could have thought facts were being conveyed. Gottlieb, they want your honor to weigh 17 articles, but the time to weigh evidence is not at his stage. Judge, I can take judicial notice. The lyrics are what they are. Gottlieb, UMG made the song more culturally ubiquitous than any other. 9 billion streams, played at a bar mitzvah. Judge Vargas, an interesting bar mitzvah that would play this song. As his routine, he opened it up. And then the judge said, then there's the use of the AI voice of Tupac. Drake's lawyer Gottlieb, I'm not convinced of the relevance. Judge, shouldn't I view the entire rap battle? Gottlieb, this is unique. Judge, Kendrick Lamar didn't know he'd perform at the Super Bowl. Gottlieb, UMG republished the material with knowledge when it launched that the Super Bowl campaign, there was 3 attacks at his home. Let me repeat that again. Gottlieb says UMG republished the material with knowledge when it launched the Super Bowl campaign that there were 3 attacks on his home to insinuate as if this song is why people attack Drake's home. That's kind of why I kind of don't like that part. And it can kind of come across snitchy, even though he didn't have nothing to do with it. Gottlieb. The cover art is Drake's home with sex offender location tags. Judge. Didn't Drake say Kendrick Lamar is not the biological father of his child? Gottlieb, the court doesn't have enough info on that. Did you catch that, Coach?
Yeah, I caught it.
So Drake's attorney says the cover art is Drake's home with sex offender location tags. The judge said, well, didn't Drake say Kendrick Lamar is not the biological father of his child? See, only in New York would the judge be this hip.
The judge is well informed. He's well informed. He did his research. He mentioned it. He hip hop. Judge might be hip hop. He might be hip hop.
Kendrick fan, man. Judge going for Kendrick in the battle.
But I'm saying only in New York would a judge have that kind of response. You get what I'm saying, Trap? I'm not kissing up. I'm saying, where in another city would a judge be like, well, didn't you drop a song saying, why do you know that as a judge in New York? Because everybody is hip hop. This is what I was talking about yesterday, Coach. Everybody in New York, we on a train and some random white man starts to comment about hip hop.
That's a fact.
That'll never happen in LA.
Yeah, you're right.
Never, dog. We on a train, the C train going to Harlem, and it's about 7 brothers talking, and it's a random white man be like, you know what? Yeah, man, but I don't like the academics guy. What?
But see, you know what's crazy? I've said this to you before, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop do come in many different, you know what I'm saying, different forms and shit like that. So, like, when somebody said sometime before, like, yo, can a doctor be hip-hop? I mean, I'm just saying, like, when that stethoscope shit come off their neck and they take that uniform off and shit like that, they could possibly, you know what I'm saying?
In New York.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, because they still, I'm telling you.
It's a hip doctor in LA somewhere.
Yeah, but that's going to be very rare. Every doctor in New York, you probably go to every doctor in New York and be like, yeah, you know her about Rakim? Oh, yeah, Eric B for president.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, give me the judge's last name one more time.
Yeah, look him up. Let's look
and
him up.
Said, oh, shout out to Bailey. The judge is a female, y'all.
Oh.
Her last name is Vargas.
Oh.
Only in New York.
She probably Puerto Rican or something.
Only in New York.
That's crazy.
The motherfucking judge rebuttals like, you're complaining about this song, but didn't your client drop a song saying Kendrick Lamar is not the father? He's not the biological father of his own children?
And she hit him with a real rebuttal, like it's a battle rap.
Feel me? Only in New York, bro. Niggas be thinking I'm crazy when I be talking about New York, and everybody think I'm like, bro, you have to see the energy to get it. You have to see the energy to get it. Only a judge in New York be like, well, what about this? The judge is going back and forth.
But all jokes aside, the judge seemed like she's being fair. She's like, hey, didn't he say this stuff? Like, it's a battle. It's almost like you want to say that. Like, it's a battle. Like, now he said this, he said that. Like, what are we doing here?
I just see the judges being well informed upon what, you know what I'm saying, the case that she's dealing with. Either she was into the battle already, or she did her research and went back and, you know what I'm saying, read through the lyrics and all that like that. You know what I'm saying? Because this type of trial doesn't deal with a jury, right? This is the judge making a decision, correct?
Civil, maybe. I don't know.
I think the judge made the decision on these. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a jury. This ain't a jury case like that.
But only in New York. Shout out to Revenge. The judge hilarious. She don't know nothing to look bad. Watch y'all spin it. It looks bad.
Revenge is Drake fan though, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Aubrey Angel.
Poor guy.
Aubrey Angel is crazy.
Aubrey Angel. All right. You know they call it Kendrick fans, right?
What? Canadians.
No. They call them that though too. The Kendrickites. They call them Kendrickites.
That sounds like something. That's what I call
it. Yeah, glassite.
Yeah. Right. You like the Canadians though?
The Canadians, the Kendrick fans in Canada, Canadians. That's pretty good. That other one is horrible.
You don't like the Kendrickites?
Yes, horrible.
You know, it's a spinoff of. It's a
It don't
spinoff of
roll
what
off.
he is, though, right?
Yeah, it's like
It
they
don't roll
trying
off the
to.
gun. The Kendra like
Trying
this.
to
It sounds
like
like something Aubrey Angel made up. But Squishy says that battle is hard to miss. The thing is, Squishy, there's a lot of people that are judges. 99.9% of the judges in America do not know what happened in that battle.
Nah.
99.
99.9%.
You think 10% of judges know about what?
Not even one.
Judge Joe Brown know. Judge Joe Brown know. Judge Mathis know.
Yeah, but they're TV judges.
I think Judge Judy might know.
Are they really judges?
Shout out to Tyler Durden. He said Drake's case against UMG is a jury trial.
Oh,
it is? That's what I'm saying. It is.
What? It's a trial? Or I guess it is a level of it because it's a civil case.
If it's a jury trial, I feel like, and that I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. And it's in New York also. The second place in New York.
He ain't gonna lose.
Oh, he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose.
Yeah. It's
a lot of
Yeah, but it's not about being a Drake or a Kendrick fan. New York, man, I'm telling you, Trap, I can't express this enough, bro. This is where my true appreciation comes for New York, is when you see the real culture. You know what I'm saying? When you start seeing a real culture and you start seeing how informative people are. Like the judge to respond back. Like crazy. That means that the judge heard the song and read the lyrics.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hey, Trap, cause I ain't never been to New York. I know y'all, you live out
there. You come in August?
I might, man. Now I feel like I missed out on something. Man, when I hear you talk about it, I'm a little mad and go. But if you push your average New Yorker, like if you just walk up and push them, what would be your average New Yorker response to that?
See, now the thing about it is this, though, right? Being that New York is so packed, that shit happening all the time, though. You know what I'm saying? Like our way of like getting through, like you walking through the city, you might just be walking and nudge somebody or something like that.
I'm talking about you just walk up to two hands, shove them in the chest. A New Yorker, your average New Yorker.
I can't say what the average. I mean, like if you say like a square person or something like that, like a square person you push them.
Average New Yorker. I'm just wondering because I'm just trying to get the
average. The average New Yorker might. I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody in New York is tough. I'm not gonna do that right there. You know what I'm saying? So the average New Yorker might actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think like where the person is from and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some nigga might look for NYPD. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know.
I'm just trying to see how a jury would see this case because I feel like this is a case of you push me, I push you back. I'm just trying to see if
okay, I got you now. I think this case is going to be handled much different, being that it's in New York, because this is where, like, if you're dealing with a certain age group of people, so like you're dealing with like somewhere from like 35 to 35 to 55, they gonna all look at that shit like, yo, he's bugging out right now, yo. Like, this is a battle. What are you doing? LA ain't do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nas ain't do that. No, Jay-Z ain't do that. Like,
So I think there's a level of people. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Shout out to Revenge. He said Drake has only put out one project since the battle. He is solidifying his damages. His lawyers are going to argue that he's traumatized and had to leave his house, can't create anymore.
Traumatized might be the most un-hip hop word of all. Like, you can't use that.
Shout out to Black Eyed. Ack made a good point today. He said UMG will not settle because that would open up Pandora's box for families of artists that passed away from beef, and the label pushed these records with divided. I've been said that. I keep saying that.
Yeah, you have said that multiple times.
I keep saying that. Tyler Durden, UMG makes about $37 million a day. All Drake's lawyer have to do is ask the jury for 1 month of their profits, 1.111 billion. He can certainly win. UMG will not let that happen. Zero chance. Revenge, I get why y'all keep thinking this is going to win, but people are not as ignorant as you think. And the thing is, in a fight, they're not, when it all comes down to it, it's going to come down to the fact that it was a fight. So I understand the concept is not battle, it's business, but the problem is the judge in that courtroom, when it's all said and done, it's going to be a battle. And they're going to have precedents set of battles that happen. Mark my words, you'll be arguing that he actually settled he's not going to win this lawsuit, nor is he going to get $1.
And I also feel like where they're having this trial is not a good spot for him, especially if it's a jury case. It's not good, man. I mean, in New York, where in New York, Trap?
That's a federal case. That's gonna be in Brooklyn. It could be in Brooklyn, or it could be it could be what's the name? It could be in over there we was at Glasses over there by Chinatown. We was at with we did the Charlemagne joint around that area. It's around that area, right there. So it's like in Manhattan.
Yeah, I just the case is taking place in a good place for UMG.
It's just hard. It's hard for New York, man. I stand by this. People don't believe me, but I told you, Revenge, that this battle wasn't going to look right. I told you what was going to happen at the end of this battle. I pretty much told you what was going to happen. It's not over, Revenge. You can't win this way. Cheaters never prosper, bro. Cheaters never prosper.
But do you feel like people from the outside looking in and think Drake cheated?
Yes. Everybody knows suing is cheating.
Oh, suing is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So why explain that a little bit?
Because you get into a battle where you talking crazy to somebody and then get mad that they talk crazier to you.
So is tattletale cheating, or is it just?
Well, you can't tell. If you punch me in my face and I hit you back in your face, and you tell the police I hit you in your face, if somebody got tape that you hit me first, or you was in the middle of a fight, it's gonna be hard for you to win the case.
I'm glad the judge brought up the fact that Drake talked about K Dot not being no dad to his child, because who's to say that that's not as bad as calling somebody a pedophile, or maybe or even worse? I mean, I'm confused on, as a man, if somebody tell me I'm not the father to my son, or my whatever, that hurts.
I told Glasses that shit a while ago. I said, Joe, I know the reason why this man don't want to take the foot off his neck. This nigga, his kids is gonna have to hear what this man said about their uncle being their real father.
Man, what's crazy is this is going to keep surfacing, man. Watch when the lyrics, as this case start to going crazy, and this case get in the public and they start reading them lyrics, that song will come back to be like a #1 song.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is fucking excellent, man. This is excellent.
The nigga also said he put hands on his wife.
Yeah, he did.
Word, that too.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you calling me in 2024, 2025, 2024-25, you can't.
Yeah, he did say he abused his wife.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't.
Look, I don't really care about that, because none of that stuff wins a battle. What wins a battle is when you can make something that's celebratory for people to talk shit about their favorite rapper. that wins a battle. When you, like, I always say that people keep talking about lyrics, and I'm like, if you ever heard The Bridge Is Over, that's not a lyrical song. But when you hear that song, that shit is so much fun to talk shit about a place that we all revere. Like, soon as they come on, you be like jamming, and you be like, hey, you know what I mean? It's like we all.
Yeah, you heard the song that Butt Naked Tim Dog came out with before?
Yeah.
You want to start bringing shit up? You want to start bringing shit up though, like that? You want to do that for real?
Bridge, bro.
That's what we gonna do?
You're not from the bridge, Trap.
I'm from Queens though, B.
Yeah, but you don't have to defend the bridge.
You from Compton?
Yes.
I thought you from Watts. Watts is Compton? I don't know how that's going.
My gang is in Watts. I grew up in Compton and Watts. But listen, if you talked about Inglewood, I'm Coach will tell you. I ain't finna be like, man, that Mac 10 outside, I know him, but
then old boy do that shit though.
Listen, it's okay. You have Nas, bro. Move on. It's okay. You got Nas. Out of that ashes, Nas arose. Maybe you don't get Nas if The Bridge Is Over doesn't happen.
Definitely would have got Nas still.
Maybe you don't get Illmatic. You don't get the feeling back. You never lose the feeling.
The Phoenix had arisen.
The Phoenix rose from the ashes, my boy.
From the ashes.
You can't.
I know what you were doing just then. I know what you were doing just then, bro. Because you could have used another example. You ain't have to use that as the example, though, bro.
Trap.
Hey, he from Queens.
You from Queens?
From Queens.
But he not from the. So The Bridge is a specific place in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
they'll try to act like when they get out here publicly that they love it all, but they really be.
No, bro. When that song was made, that wasn't just for Queens, bro. The whole Queens, like, luckily I was like 8, 9 years old. But from when I hear from niggas like Lex, niggas like fucking anybody, like my uncles and shit, yo, Queens was really going through some fucking hard times during that time when that shit was going on, B. Nigga said Queens keep on. He said Queens keep on faking it, B.
He did say that. That is, but we're not talking about that. We're not getting into the intricacies.
You brought it up. You brought it up though,
because it's about the bridge. And
yo, shout out for nigga Tim Dog. You heard?
Sure.
I'm gonna say this though, Trap. Your reaction to this, to that song, makes me put that higher on my list of diss tracks now.
Yeah.
Because
I don't feel like
I see the pain in Trap eyes. Like he aind
What's
I got
crazy?
my dogs on too. I got my sleeves on right now too.
Exactly.
I see my eyes.
That's all I know.
What's crazy is they got Nas from that. I'm not tripping off what Trap's saying. It was one of the greatest things in the world that happened. But the point I'm saying is, it's the same thing that happened with Back to Back. It's the same thing that happened with Dre Day. It happens all the time. You'll really like somebody. Ether. I'm a Jay-Z fan. Die hard. First day. Feel me? When Ether dropped, I listen to it now. I'll be just talking shit about my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? To some degree. Like, I'll be just talking shit about him, listen to the song. You, nigga? Like, that, you know how fucking dope a song gotta be for you to talk shit about a nigga you really like? Like, I still like Ether now, and that nigga tried to give me a record deal. Someone would come on and be like, boom, boom. What's up, nigga? You?
Oh, you ain't
that shit might have been the hardest shit in the song.
Man.
That shit sounds so dismissive.
What's crazy is so much Tupac energy in that little piece.
Nigga, that shit was crazy.
He didn't even say nothing bad. He was like, you?
That you?
No, you ain't.
Crazy.
And you could tell he was just so disrespectful. Like, nigga, how dare you, nigga?
That's exactly how that nigga.
You love my style, nigga.
My style.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Nigga.
Well, I was like, yeah. I knew we lost that day. I said,
he said it. First words. You like, it's this rap.
Brace yourself for the main event. Y'all patiently waiting. That nigga was talking crazy.
That nigga was talking. That you, nigga. When that nigga said you, I said, God damn.
Yeah.
Love my style. I said, gosh.
Like you? Like you could see a point in the booth. Yes. Like, nigga, you?
Man.
Nigga, you love my style.
You saw the nigga had that, he probably had a stank face on. He said, you like, yeah. Oh, yeah, that shit was bad.
Yeah.
Until Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, that was my favorite diss on track of all time.
It is. It's like an AIDS test. What's the result? Man. Not positive. Goodness. Who's the best? Pac, Nas a big. Ain't no best. That nigga was just crazy.
Like, nigga, I was like, nigga.
All the way up to that point, like, Nas was dope. Yeah, I used to like some of the jams. When that shit came out, I had to listen to Stillmatic. I was like, man, this nigga really is the one, dog.
I never thought about that. Nas did become, I think West Coast niggas just love just love friction.
We love when you stand up for yourself.
Yeah, we love it, man, because the Nas went up in my book too after that.
Yeah, I had to look at it different. I was like, this
might be.
And he said, put it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas.
Man.
I was like,
man, that nigga did that shit. So he crafted that song so perfectly. Probably the second best crafted diss song of all time.
Now it's the third.
What you got? You have No Vaseline second?
Yeah.
No Vaseline was good.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline was
crazy.
Awesome. Like that's
another intro and shit.
Yeah, no.
Man, nigga said, fuck all y'all. God damn, I'm good. Wait a minute.
God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off.
Yeah, that
I used to be hard. Now you just wait soft.
Hovering over that beat. Like,
what is wrong?
In the beat and shit.
God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off.
He said, first you was down with the AK. Now I see you in a video of Michelet looking like straight bozos. I saw it coming. That's why I went solo. What the fuck is going on with this nigga? They kept on stomping. Like, y'all motherfuckers move straight out of and that sample? Well, all right. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, that No Vaseline.
Really.
Without another nigga in sight.
Hey,
so might have been a number one.
Hey, no, hey,
it was number one. It was number one for me for a long time.
Before Kendrick came around, yeah, I think that was number one.
So if Kendrick not like us number one right now, No Vaseline got the all-time best name for a diss song ever. No Vaseline is the best name.
That's classic. We use that shit all the time right now to this day. But Ether is right. That's why I put Ether over Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah. No, you know what?
The only reason I put Ether over Hit 'Em Up, because I think I like the energy of Hit 'Em Up a little bit more, but Ether is like a cultural phenomenon. You say that about niggas, man. They got.
That's what I'm about to say that.
Here's the thing about Hit 'Em Up though. I never heard a diss track to where I felt bad for the nigga he was dissing though. Like that's true. After I heard Hit 'Em Up, I kind of felt bad for the come on, man. Ease up, nigga.
I felt bad because the nigga wasn't responding though, B.
That's true.
If he'd have responded, we'd have been like,
all right. It would have been popping.
Yeah, I was just
like, he said, easy dick and smelling like MC Red shit.
Yeah, that shit was like great. Oh, but No Vaseline, that title is crazy though. No Vaseline.
That's better than let's think about the titles though. So you got No Vaseline, Ether, Not Like Us.
The best titles?
Yeah, what's the best title for this song?
No Vaseline.
Second gonna be Ether. Well, it's kind of a good competition between them two.
There's some good ones. There's some good ones out there though.
The worst one is Drake.
I like
figure out what Ether was though. I didn't know what it was when I first. I was like, what is Ether?
Yeah, I looked it up too though. Yeah, I found what Ether was.
I know it I sell PCP.
Okay.
Why you used to sell?
Yes.
I like the track like that, but I like the title Kill Shot. I like the Kill Shot title though.
Oh, the Eminem song.
Yeah.
I actually like that diss record. He was rapping, and it wasn't necessarily about the record, but he was eating on it. Probably third for me. Dollars and cents is some reason it makes sense to me.
That was
it's not a great. It's not. It's a unique type of title. Back to Back is a unique type of title. Euphoria is a unique type of title.
Back to Back was dope because it was like a double entendre too. Wankster's dope too.
Wankster's probably third.
Because Wankster made a whole new word.
Yeah.
Like this was Wankster after Wankster came out. Like Wankster, nigga.
Let me look up this song titles real quick.
Niggas in the West Coast start using Wankster a little bit. Shit. But even though, Hit 'Em Up was really West Coast title. That's a real West Coast. Because I think Hit 'Em Up was just straight at him. There's a Hit 'Em Up. I was like, oh,
nigga, I hit him up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think he quite knew what Hit 'Em Up means.
Yeah.
But he had so much passion behind it that you was like, fuck it, whatever.
I kind of was like, after I heard off that, it's
like trap Hit 'Em Up that's not really what hitting a nigga up is.
Oh, nah?
Not like if you hit a nigga up, is usually you asking where you from. You banging him.
Oh, shit. So he put some other shit there.
Yeah, but I think he just didn't care. He was like, nigga, I'm finna hit these niggas up.
Nigga, I hit him up.
Yeah,
Piggy Bank is trash. Piggy Bank is trash.
Also, when you writing on the wall, you hitting up, or hit him up is like you bang on a nigga like where you from. You checking where the niggas from. You hitting them up.
He did bang on them niggas.
Yeah. Drag him in the river. UNLV shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
I don't know about that.
What's the name of it was a diss record? Here I Go.
Here I Go. Which one is that right there? Oh yeah. Here I go. Into my mystical shit. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Here I go. To who? Who was that?
UNLV. It was like a New Orleans.
Okay.
Drag Him Through the River is kind of the diss record that they all talk about, but the song that was a response is like a smash record.
That's that shit. Smash hit.
But that's like with Cool Mo D too. Like LL, people feel like LL won the battle with Mo D, but that Mo D song is a great song. How you like me now? Hey, how you like me now? And they made that.
I used to walk around the crib singing that shit.
How You Like Me Now was the first thing that made me kind of like Cool Mo D.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
I ain't going in front.
It's Teddy Riley did that beat too.
I think he did.
I know that. I would never.
Teddy, that's why that motherfucker jamming like that.
Hey, even though LL, that's what made. I'm telling you, I was older before I started really respecting LL. I didn't really like LL at first. I didn't like him until like when I started hearing him battle. When I started like, okay, like that cannabis shit. When he started battling, when they start going down his credentials in battling, I was like, wait, man.
That's why I be laughing when people say something like Drake is the most battle tested MC. I'm like, you just never heard LL Cool J. You never watch somebody really battle a bunch of niggas and just be rapping against niggas. L get on songs with niggas and serve niggas.
But L's such a good song maker that you forget that nigga. Because like when Cannabis hit him up at first, niggas thought Cannabis was gonna smash this nigga. Like I remember niggas, Hey, Cannabis, he gonna fuck LL up.
Cannabis is a writer.
Yeah,
I think he did fuck LL up. I think he did fuck LL up.
When that nigga said 99% of your fans don't exist, I said, God damn.
You know what that LL Cool J fight is like? That LL Cool J fight is like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler.
Okay.
Where if you watch it, you kind of confused about who won. People
Okay,
people pick the popular fighter as the winner, but a lot of people kind of like,
That nigga Cannabis, he did his thing.
Shout out to Jay. What if he proves? Forgive me, coach.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to miss it. It's gonna go up. No. What if he wins, proving UMG did lowball him? So shout out to my OG. Shout out to my OG. I don't know why I'm forgetting my boy name. He used to run Power 106. Mizza. Mizza is giving possibilities. He's not saying this is what happened. Like it's not about nobody can lowball him. Like I get the concept of brand deflation, but that's not what happens. Like the only problem is he entered the battle. So they're not going to not market a song because it's going to deflate Drake's brand. Damn, that's fucked up. Killer Kill said we wasn't confused, glasses. LL ended that boy career. Cannabis was hot as Kendrick in 98.
I don't think he was confused. I mean, and I was a Cannabis fan. I like Cannabis. Well, not a fan, but I really liked his music. I thought he could really rap, and I thought, but LL had to remind niggas, man, like, hey, I do this.
We were just talking about.
Yo, listen. First off, no, bro. Like Cannabis. When it came to, we put the Rippers. What was his name? Jack the Ripper's back. Whatever that one against second round knockout. During that time right there, when we first heard it, we thought Cannabis won that shit though. But then we really seen though that big bank gonna take little bank every time, B. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't supposed to be even going up against LL, B. He wasn't on that. Yeah, you could rap better than him, B, but the power of influence that L held was gonna outshine him like that period though, B. To the point where I think they sabotaged Cannabis album, B. Then they sabotaged the nigga album, putting Wyclef on the. I'm just saying.
Not Drake. Y'all said what Drake did.
Best rapper don't win no. Being the best lyricist don't win no battle.
I keep telling
That's what I'm saying.
I be telling
believe
it all the time. They don't be listening.
But after that battle, let me ask you this though, right? All right. So this is what we always said as far as when this battle started, when the Kendrick and Drake shit started, right? Hold
that thought.
Yeah,
Revenge, you're not paying attention to nuance. I've tried to explain Defamation records aren't back like this. And Revenge, you don't have enough history to say that. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is my business. I'm telling you that's wrong. Defamation records have been back like this. People have called people gay, a million disrespectful things in records, Revenge. The whole Dre Day is them saying 1,000 things. They actually even said in the hook he messed with kids. Put down the candy and let the little boy go. They've made that a million times. What the hell, dog? Stop. This is not a unique situation. It's only unique because the softest fan base in fucking America, in the world, lost a battle and y'all going over the top. You can't say this is my business. I know I'm right. I can go through a million records where defamation has happened, where people have called each other out of names and insulted them. Stop with the silliness.
Yo, on 50 Cent album, at the back down, the nigga had a whole stylist, a whole poor stylist say that he was in a relationship with Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? On the song. So like this shit happens, B. Yeah, but like you remember that? You remember on back there?
Yeah, but I'm saying the way you said it though, a whole Paul stylist.
Yeah, I ain't want to,
Okay.
They know what that means, though.
You're not gonna win one battle, Revenge. Your man not gonna win the battle. Your man not gonna win the court. He's not gonna win anything, Revenge. It's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards. And the more he does it just makes him look worse. It's not gonna work that way, Revenge. You're not going to come out of this battle. It's not that way. I'm telling you the truth, for real. Fool. Like it's not going to happen for Aubrey Graham at this point. It's just not. Sometimes it's like that.
Okay, so say he does win. I know you don't think he's gonna win, but if he does win,
it'd be the end of hip hop.
And you think it'd be for sure the end of hip hop?
It's a precedent set now. It's a precedent set now. Now it's like if he can say defamation, there's people. You know how many lawsuits could happen based off defamation or defaming somebody's character? You know, like people putting songs where they talk about that little boy who got killed. Like, dog, it would be the end of hip hop. They would have to start censoring everything they say about artists. No, it's not drastic. It's really the truth, bro. They'd have to start censoring everything because now you have a precedent set that you can't say anything.
So do you think if he wins, it'd be like, you know how after how we get all these cases about this guy raped me or all that kind of shit, and a lot of them is false. You know, a lot of them is bogus. You think it'd be like that? Just a avalanche of people just coming in. You think a lot of hip hop guys would do that?
Yes, because it'd be a president set. It'd be a president
you
set.
Think Meek Mills would come soon next? Like, hey, what about back to back though?
Well, I mean, it depends on what was said that was defamation, right? If you call somebody gay and they're not gay, they could sue you for defamation. If you said somebody like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thought, but again, it will set a precedent. Look what happens in that like Tuka, the little boy that everybody keep kind of defaming his character, that little dude that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a million things where people is defaming each other in hip hop. You know what I mean?
Somebody from
shit. The ADL could sue Priority for the shit Ice Cube was saying.
I was gonna ask that later, but yeah, I mean,
it'd be the end of hip hop.
But first of all, I think it would be kind of weird if a bunch of hip hop dudes just start suing each other because Drake win. With that, what would that expose about hip hop? If we figure out a bunch of dudes it's good with this.
Well, because if they said that, that's not true. What Ice Cube said was defamation. Actually, Jerry Heller wanted to sue Ice Cube.
How would that not be defamation?
Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro. Like he was ready to sue him, and Easy said we can't do that. That's a real story. That's not just a movie.
The name of the song damn near defamation. Right?
Yes. Like it's just ridiculous. Like stop finding something unique about this and it makes it unique. It's not. It's just a traditional battle where it was a good battle record that won. The only thing that makes this battle unique, bro, is him crying, him lying on the stand like this is what got his house shot up. That's what makes it cowardly.
No, he's not going to stand and say that.
That's what the attorney said. The attorney said that.
Okay.
They're pushing this video knowing his house got attacked 3 times. Your house got attacked because you got a street problem with somebody else. Why would you even sync this to this? You know what I'm saying? Why would you even bring that to this? Why would you bring that into this courtroom? I mean, why would you connect this to this to win a battle? Like to win a case in court. You trying to act like these, and that's how they led in the complaint. Oh, you know what? He put this song out in 3 weeks later, his house, somebody was in front of his house shooting a gun. Why would you do that?
So I know one day G gonna use this on me while we talking about LeBron. But Drake fans, it's funny because I used to like Drake. I think he makes good music. I think Drake fans making me not like Drake.
I be saying it all the time.
Drake fans make me not like Drake.
Watching Revenge try to act like people haven't said things about people that's not true. 50 Cent they called Ja Rule gay, made insinuations he was gay, said he was gay, 1,000 things. Nobody cares about all that. Stop saying stick to the facts of the song. No one cares about the house shot up. They do care about the house shot up, Revenge. That's why the judge, that's why his team opened up with that in the complaint. They said the song is not just a defamation case, bro. It's not just that. They're saying this song is causing him harm. Harm. They said this song is so detrimental, it's ruining his kids' experience at school. That's what they're saying, Revenge. That's what you're defending. This song got his house shot up. They're insinuating that. That's a real thing. So you can't just keep looking past it because you feel like his feelings is hurt about somebody saying something about him in a record. He's saying this song is causing him physical and mental pain. That is some punk ass shit. Stop with the silly shit. Stop trying to act like this is some kind of unique situation. That's what he's saying. It's not. Revenge, it takes time. Mark my words, it's just not going to go the way you think it's going to go. It's not about drop. It's not going to be dropped in the next day or so. It's a problem. But you'll see.
Trap, your mic. Something going on.
Now I was on mute. Revenge, how you think this Revenge? Do you think that that Drake is here to be the savior for artists within hip hop with this case or something? Is that what you kind of think? Like, what do you think he wants to get out of this? Do you think he just wants to get a big lump sum check from UMG? Or
Lex. He said you're minimizing the effect of the song on Drake's quality of life. Well, what should Shan do to KRS-One, Lex?
What's up with you, B?
I'm saying, Lex.
What's up with you, B?
I'm saying to Lex. Did that ruin the quality of Shan's life?
What's up with you, son?
I'm saying if we open this door, Shan is a fucking superstar coming into his own at this point. Don't say stay on topic now, Glasses. That's ruining the quality of somebody's life.
What's the quality of Drake? Like, I'm sure Drake is probably having a maniacal twice someplace.
How did Eazy-E turn out after they dropped he bounced back there with that Real Compton City G shit? Did that bounce back?
He bounced back with Boom.
If Drake
like Shan bounced back with Snow.
If Drake need to be suing somebody, need to be a
I see what the fuck you doing tonight. I see what you're doing, bro. I see what you're doing today, though, bro. For real. I'm on to you. I'm on to you, bro. I'm on to you. I'm just letting you know I'm on to you right now. But I'm gonna get you though. Don't worry about it.
Trap. You act like I'm saying something crazy because I'm mentioning one of the first important battles.
There's many different battles you can mention, bro. You ain't gotta mention that battle though, B. You ain't gotta mention that battle.
That nigga really did something to the whole Queens.
No, he did not.
I don't know, man. Trap don't seem.
That was 40 years ago. Trap tripping.
Drake is bringing everything on his. If Drake would have just sat his ass down for 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months and came back with a record, he'd been fine.
I agree with that too.
Drake kids are affected. We gotta stop.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Queens, man.
Who said that? Lex said that. Lex said that.
Now that's Queens. Now that's some shit.
Chill out, bro.
I'm saying now you can be mad at me because that's some punk shit Lex is doing right now.
That ain't no Queen shit, nigga. That nigga live in DC. Fuck are you talking about?
Nigga live in DC.
That's DC rubbing off of you. True, my fact. My bad.
What are you talking about? Nigga, don't do that.
It's been a long time. When Drake kids are being affected, we gotta stop.
If you think
about that shit, Lex, man. Yo, Lex, man, go on mute, Lex. Yo, put Lex on mute in the chat. Yo, listen, moderators. I need you to put Lex on mute in the chat for 25 minutes. Please. Please put him on mute in the chat. He can't talk no more. They could do that. They could do it. They could do that.
Like that.
Chat consequences, guys.
You wasn't worried about Jay-Z kids at the ether. You wasn't worried about
Nas kids. Nas kids did it.
After none of that, you wasn't worried about NWA kids after motherfucking No Vaseline. You weren't worried about Meek Mill kids after Back and Back when they said is it the world tour or your girls tour? You weren't worried about Meek kids. Now you worried about kids.
Nigga, these battles is the best thing that ever happened to Drake kids. Nigga, like after what's his face exposed to him having a child, that nigga got to come outside.
Shout out to Bill Lair.
Boy, that little man outside.
More harm when they have to watch mommy's videos. Bro, y'all.
Y'all said the table. It's late night table right here. It's late night table. Late night table get crazy. You got hot sauce on the table.
It's way savage.
He's
the hot sauce out.
His mom is a corn star.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I heard some crazy shit about that, but I ain't gonna do that right now.
I'm saying Adidon got to come outside. I'm pretty sure that nigga got like Adidas contract or some shit.
He was supposed to.
He was supposed to? I thought you got it. You get it?
How was Biggie's kids affected when Hit 'Em Up came out?
Nigga, like, the whole East Coast, the whole East Coast kids was affected. Your man said he wanted to kill East Coast kids, B. You're not about to do that.
He did. He
wanted to kill East Coast kids.
He said,
all y'all kids don't grow. He said that.
Was very high.
He said that.
I don't know what he meant by that.
Huh?
We don't know what he meant by that.
What you mean you don't know what he meant by that? My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
I don't know if that. I mean, maybe he has something in there that where it's gonna stunt their growth. Or
coach, man, you punch drunk. You punch drunk over there, coach. Chill out, man. You punch drunk over there. Talking that dumb shit. Get out of there, man. We ain't about to do that. My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow. I got glasses going crazy on the chat right there. Yo, what are they saying in the chat right now?
Everybody keeps saying all you had to do was take the L, move on, as if it wasn't 24/7 smear campaign over last year dedicated to making sure he couldn't move on. Listen. That's how losing a battle works.
In the building today.
We went with that with Jay-Z for a year. It was bad for us for a year. It was bad. As a Jay-Z fan, it sucked. But you lose. It's okay. How you think Meek Mill fans felt for a year when he was going to Philadelphia performing back to back? I wish y'all stopped. When did y'all get these capes? Y'all wasn't caping for Meek Mill. Oh, you know what? He shouldn't do this at the Philly concert with 20,000 people in Meek Mill hometown.
No, and to be honest with you, Drake did way more damage than Meek Mills did to Meek Mills than Kendrick would have done to him if Drake would have shut the fuck up. If Drake didn't go snitch, Drake would have been fine. Meek Mills, when that nigga was like, "Is this your girls tour?" Or
is this a world tour or your girls tour?
Like, yeah, that shit was. He made Meek Mills look silly as fuck, and I don't think niggas looked at Meek Mills the same way anymore. Drake would have been fine if that nigga didn't. The snitching is what made everybody look at him differently now.
Yeah,
he, did
he snitch though?
Who?
Drake.
Yeah, because even if
he didn't snitch.
It's not snitch because the dude had nothing to do with it, but even implicated like your house got shot up because
no, that's corny.
It's like that's actually really that's actually probably
it's a lie, and it's a lie too. That's the crazy shit about it. He knows it's a lie.
Like it's really worse than snitching. It's worse than snitching, bro. You're actually lying, and it could cause somebody a real problem. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you can't lie like that.
You know what this is like? You know, this is like when them niggas be saying shit like when the kingpin get caught, you know what I'm saying? They but they was getting all they work from the police officers, and then they give it to police officers. Like, yo, the police officers was giving me the work though. You still snitched though, nigga. You still snitched though.
For sure, that's fair. That's fair. But I'm saying
that's what it is though.
It's just raggedy that you
nice Drake snitch.
I'm saying it's just raggedy that you would lie on this boy, like would everybody know why your house. You know what I mean? We all know the street why.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird that niggas come to Drake's back for this shit. Like the fans come to his back and be like, "Hey man, he doing what he should have done in this situation." Anybody who think Drake should be doing this shit is weird to me. Also, like,
shout out to Jane. Before the battle, it can't be that far fetched. Jane, please.
You know what I just realized? Yeah, my bad. Go ahead. Yeah, you addressing that?
Again says Drake snitch definitely, but snitches do win sometimes, man.
No, yo, shoot, mute revenge up. Mute revenge up. Mute revenge up in the chat. Get on the chat. 25 minutes. 25 minutes to go.
That Drake snitch. It's a lot of Drake fans don't even say that shit. Like at least
I'm not quite sure, but I get the joke. I don't know. It's deep.
No, ain't no joke. You don't joke about no.
At least he said Drake snitch. I'm happy with that.
He just said what he said again. What did you say again?
He said Drake did snitch, but sometimes
you win sometimes.
Yo, bro, word to my mother. Yo, revenge. I swear to God, revenge. Snitches never win, motherfucker. Fuck what you talking about?
Nah. There's some snitches out there.
Nah, they usually come to.
Now your son gotta look at you like this is my dad.
With Gunna, bro, it's a slow fall right now. See, snitches used to flat at first. Yeah. Now they fall slow.
Nigga, y'all tripping. See, y'all niggas, y'all want to believe that some snitches ain't winning out here. There's some happy snitches around here. I don't know. Y'all tripping. Y'all niggas is really tripping. I don't know. Hey, just like Chris Rock.
Now your son gotta grow up like this is my dad, nigga. You're lost forever.
Hey, just like Chris Rock
lost
said,
forever.
Sometimes it don't come around. They be like, oh, what goes around comes around. Like Chris Rock said, sometimes that shit don't come around.
It came around on his ass.
Sometimes it
came around on the
Sometimes it do.
It definitely came around.
Sometimes it don't, nigga. It's some happy snitches out there, nigga. Over there in Florida somewhere, being ripped.
No, on their mind, nigga. They still know what the fuck they did, nigga. They gotta live with that shit. Yeah. That's a loss. Nigga, that's a loss, man.
Their kids gonna call him a snitch.
It's a lot of us with a lot of shit.
I like that. I ain't never gotta live with that. I know shit like that.
With a lot of
one thing I can say, I done did some shit, but I ain't never snitched.
Yo, listen, bro. I can walk around and say, nigga, my jacket, nigga, is clean as shit, nigga. I can swear to God, you find a nigga put this one on my jacket, nigga, I give you $1,000, nigga. I give you $10,000, nigga. My coat never been checking his staying coat check.
It's crazy. That's such an odd thing to say about it.
You told on somebody, Trap.
Nah, the fuck you
like in the 4th grade or some shit.
Never. Yo, my pops still listen, bro. Listen, bro. Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you this, right? I was talking to my homie the other day, right? So my homie like, yo, what you and your pops be talking about when y'all be talking and shit like that? This, that. I'm like, street shit. It's been like that since I was young. My pops always told me about rad shit. Like it's real shit, B. I swear to God, put it on speaker.
Y'all niggas done told on somebody before.
Never in my life.
And mama pulled glasses up in the house and was like, "Hey, first off,
if I would have told, she'd have fired on me first.
She probably did fire you.
No, she didn't.
Bah, shut up, nigga. You snitch.
No, hell no. I could never tell.
Oh, so nothing. When y'all was little kids, y'all never. Your mom,
bro.
Was like, "Hey man,
I raised my kids, B. I my kids come here right now. I raised my kids. Your ass come up here telling your brother and sister, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Nigga, what if it's something y'all gotta really know? What if you gotta really know this?
You better figure something else out. You better hit around.
Y'all niggas tripping right now. My son better tell me what I need to know.
But you not raising them in the culture like that. You raising your
Trap, are you? What you raising them?
He's in New York. You don't have no choice.
Nah. Listen. I'm in New York, so I raise my kids. I don't raise my kids in the hood. Like I live in a nice neighborhood like that though. So they like no. But listen.
I keep telling y'all that. It don't matter if you're in a nice neighborhood of Queens. You still 2 minutes from the culture. It's a walk from the culture. It's gonna be. They go to school with people right now. They nice neighborhood. They go to school with people that come from the ghetto.
Trap got good nice children. You got
listen, I do. I got great kids, B. My kids, I got good kids, B. I don't raise my kids on no fucking I'm saying like that, but they know how to
read that comment, Revenge.
Yo, bro, you gotta mute Revenge in the chat, yo. 10 minutes.
Revenge, you try to get this fucking channel blocked, took off YouTube, everything.
What do you say?
Don't get into that. Leave this motherfucking crazy man alone, dog. Leave Revenge alone. Revenge know better. Hey, Revenge, we finna come out there and shoot a movie too, dog.
Where Revenge at again?
In Memphis.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't fucking with Memphis. Fuck Revenge in Memphis.
Yeah,
Memphis in Memphis, crazy, huh?
Memphis for sure go up.
Yeah,
Memphis from Memphis. Even though I ain't gonna lie, the two I went to Mississippi and Memphis, nigga, I didn't know what port was.
Yo, bro, I seen that shit in Ohio, B. I seen that shit in Youngstown, Ohio, B. That shit was looking crazy. It's like a third world country.
Nigga, I was out there for like 2 weeks, nigga. I feel like my toughness level went up about 300. Nigga, like I thought I was really getting raised rough. Nah, nigga, I went out there. I said, wait a minute, y'all niggas don't wear shoes?
I love it.
Florida like that though too, though. I lived in Florida, B. I had a little cousin. Used to run up and down the block with no shoes on, B. Run fast as hell too.
Watch, that's normal. But I'm saying Memphis, I love Memphis. Memphis black.
You like nigga shit, B. You just like nigga shit. You like nigga shit.
Memphis
real nigga.
That's true. They both black as fuck.
I came in tonight.
Memphis more black than Harlem?
Yeah.
And so ain't no white people at all in Memphis, huh? Like in the hood.
No, white people in Memphis, but not like. Okay, Harlem is different because Harlem has like a level of. Harlem could get uppity.
Yeah. Okay.
Not like negatively, but like they've been such an elite level of blackness for so long. I told Trap, it's niggas hanging in front of the health food store.
I can see that.
Like them niggas get drunk at a health food bar.
I can see that.
Or for roots.
They don't even serve liquor. They got like a root.
Tiger got roots and shit like that.
I can see that. Because I seen Harlem niggas be drunk and say healthy. That's what they say.
Anything healthy.
I'm telling you, I never saw niggas sit in front of a health food place and them niggas out there politicking. And it's just street niggas. And there's a place right behind them that sell vitamins and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Shout out to Josh Seal. We about to get up. We're gonna get Josh Seal to get him an advertising space up on here too. I'm gonna holler at them too. We gotta get Josh Seal up on here.
Glasses, what you think about the rumors of Travis Scott dropping Jack Boy 2 same day as Eclipse to ruin their album rollout? They can't ruin their album rollout. It can only help.
Whoa, he's doing that?
That's what somebody said, but it only help.
He's doing that?
It can only help. He don't want to do that. If you do that, everybody going to the same location.
He's a sucker, B. He's such a sucker, B.
I'll tell you this: if he drop an album, people don't realize this, but historically, when big artists drop an album today, another artist that people like, that artist that people like, end up selling a lot more records.
You trying to step on their shit like that, B?
Kanye
it's not gonna step on their stuff.
They both sold out. Yep.
That's gonna step on it. It's gonna step on it.
It's not gonna step on it. Listen, it's gonna send 200,000 people to Spotify, and that's a problem. You do not want everybody on Spotify when the clips come out, because we're gonna be talking so loud. We're gonna be talking so loud. Whoever on Spotify, They used to do this all the time, Trap. There are records that were projected to do 60,000, and because Jay-Z came out, that record did 90,000.
But what it is going to do is probably going to take they not going to finish one. Travis not going to be one.
They was never going to.
I had him at 100. I had him at 80 to 100. B. They have dropped down to 35 now. B. If that happens.
No, if Travis put out a record, they might do 80 to 100.
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Yes, because they need people to send people to Spotify. They can't send everybody to Spotify.
Nah.
So you think people will be checking for Travis and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, wait a minute, Crips."
That's how I work every time.
But they're not really shooting no shots at the.
It's not how it works. It's the fact that an audience there to listen to music.
Got stuck.
Push it. What happened?
It's not gonna matter. It's about the fact that they there to listen to music, and when they go to listen, if you don't want to put people in the record store, you don't want to put Travis don't want to put people in the record store when they're in the record store.
I know what you're saying. I don't like that though, B. But you know why he did that though? But you know what though? I can't really get mad at him though because he's not really a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't get in no ring with Pusha and rap with Pusha and make a diss track. I don't want to hear Travis Scott diss track.
You ain't hip hop.
I don't want to hear that Travis Scott diss track.
You wouldn't get no other body else in hip hop that pass. I wish Gucci would try to skip a battle. You better rap, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rap, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, you got
Gucci to go. Gucci to win. Gucci
right now, Trap.
Huh? You like Travis?
Oh, you like Travis Scott or you don't like him now?
No. I'm gonna tell you like this with Travis, right? So like within me, I like I think Travis Scott is a great creator. You know what I'm saying? He creates good music. I like the sounds that he uses. I like his production. I don't feel like he's a bar smith. He don't within no way. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't even put him in a tier of a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But his production, I like his production. I like his creativity, his innovation that he brings to hip hop and shit like that though. But as far as a rapper, he ain't no rapper.
So
he ain't no MC.
Would you put Travis Scott on the? Because I thought I might be thinking about who's the biggest hoe in hip hop, like Drake, Travis Scott, Kanye. Would Kanye?
No, he ain't making that list. That's
he ain't making that list. Travis Scott he ain't making that list.
Not there.
I mean, after what I heard he did though, Glasses. I mean, if he ain't gonna make the whole list, he's making the corny list though.
To me, he's not in hip hop anyway, so I don't care.
The biggest hoe in rap. Is he
so you're gonna say he's not? You're gonna say production wise because he did a lot for production. Like, you know what I'm saying, brought some sounds and the shit though.
He didn't bring no sounds.
No, he did. He definitely did.
A lot of sounds. I think he used hip hop to make his music.
And then hip hop used his music.
Not really.
Yes, they did.
Not really. Not the way you think.
What you think Yeezus is?
Yeah, but Yeezus is still a play off of somebody that understands hip hop in the unique aspects. Like he still understands it a little bit more. Travis is using hip hop to create.
No, what I'm saying that's all Travis right there, though, bro.
I'm not saying that, but once Kanye touches it, it's a little different. Like Kanye still.
Why? Because Kanye touched it. It made it be hip hop.
He understands hip hop. Okay, you know that "I Don't Fuck With You" song, the Big Sean song that Mustard did.
Yeah.
Like you hear the sample at the beginning and the samples that play throughout.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Kanye knows how to do really well. He could bring the hip hop out of a lot of things.
I thought that was a what's the name beat. Wasn't that a what's the name? That wasn't a Mustard beat.
Yeah, but then he added that sample.
Yeah, he added the soul to it.
That's what makes it hip hop. You feel me? And
no, it's not. Hold on. I can't hear you. Hold on, my headphones came out. Yeah, what'd you say?
The recognizable version of it. You know, from not recognized because soul initially, he's just a bad motherfucker, dog. And I think Travis uses hip hop to make rock. I think.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Post uses hip hop to make country.
Who? Post?
Yeah.
Post don't make nothing. Post don't make nothing towards hip hop. He got a couple of hip hop tracks. He had that White Iverson.
I'm saying he uses hip hop elements that hip hop kind of made popular to make country music.
So all right, let me ask you this right now, right? So you're gonna tell me an artist who signed to Grand Hustle and Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, and produced for Kanye, gave Kanye West a lot of source. It's on a production end, and an innovation end. He's not hip hop.
Okay, like Jack Adinoff, right? The dude that worked for, I think that's how you pronounce his name. The dude that worked for Taylor Swift. Is he hip hop?
He made that beat for for what's his name? He made that beat for Kendrick.
So to produce an idea is not necessarily a representation of you being hip hop. A lot of people can make hip hop that aren't hip hop producers. They can make the music. They can emulate the sound of hip hop.
I got you.
I'm saying hip hop is a special thing. It's really unique.
So now listen. So I'm gonna say this now, right? Because I'm gonna get you right now. I'm gonna get you. I got you. Be me an actor.
Oh God.
We all look at hip hop with them being more than just the music, right? The lifestyle, the way you dress, the way you talk.
Yeah, it's the culture.
So do you feel within anything within Travis? Do you feel like he dresses hip hop? Do you feel like he talk? Do you feel like he talks hip hop? He talks in the hip hop terms and shit like that. He talks amongst his peers.
He dresses hip hop. I think he dresses pop culture.
What?
I mean, if you take Jordans in 2014, 15, I don't think that's hip hop.
No, he copied Rocky whole source.
Yeah, but
Rocky's hip hop.
No, but Rocky took Soho style and made it street. Travis took Rocky style and made it pop.
They all a little zesty to me, though.
You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
All a little zest.
I hear what you're trying to say. I'm not gonna go with it though.
I'm telling you, I'm the truth, Trap. If you don't believe me, bro, is in the fact that that's why you don't think he can compete. We would never.
No, he's not a rapper.
We wouldn't even allow this. We wouldn't allow this for future.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we wouldn't allow this for future. If a nigga this future, we like, nigga, you better get in the booth. Mm-hmm. If a nigga this future, he better rap. Ain't nobody.
He got a diss song. He got a diss song. He got the
off Soldier Boy, nigga. You better rap. Well, Soldier Boy, nigga, this Soldier Boy, had to get in the booth. Nigga, we ain't giving no passes in hip hop. Nigga, you better stand up for yourself. That's the streets thing. That's all we ask. Travis, we not all skip past that, Travis. Don't you entertain them hooligans?
Wait a minute. I feel like every time I hear
them DMV hooligans down there with all this madness.
Hey, every time Glass is talking
about coach
and all that type of shit, street and all that type of stuff, he give out pass. It seems like it's better to not be in hip hop or street because they get all the passes.
Well, because nobody. But that's how I used to feel about Drake. Like, imagine if I thought Drake was hip hop and a nigga pissed on his leg or Puff just punched on him. Do you know? Like, that would be devastating. He'd be out of it. I would never listen to him again. Like, if T.I. let somebody pissed on his leg, man, I'd throw away all T.I. music. I'd trash that shit. If Jeezy let a nigga if Puff punched Jeezy upside his fucking head, I'd never listen to no motherfucking T.I. one-on-one.
When do you just gotta be a man at some point, nigga? You can't let the nigga pee. I don't give a fuck if you an R&B singer. Can't let a nigga pee on you. I just don't. Peeing on you is crazy.
Look, if you pissed on Luther Vandross, I'm gonna look at you back.
Luther Vandross might like it though. Like I'm saying, like,
oh shit, your coach is crazy.
Wait a minute here. What we doing? We're not gonna.
God bless Luther. God bless Luther, man. God bless Luther, man. Rest in peace, Luther.
I'm sorry.
Chair. It's not a chair. When piss is there.
All I'm saying is no. It's not that, right? It's just the fact that.
You crazy, coach.
We don't expect that, bro. We don't expect that. Like if you did that to, like we look at Chris Brown extra tough because he over the top.
You better not pee on Chris Brown. I bet you Chris Brown ain't letting you.
Oh man, don't do that. Chris Brown, please.
What the hell you talking about? Here's a real story. Chris Brown is hip hop.
I can see that.
Chris Brown, sing all the songs in the world. Chris Brown is hip hop.
Can you pee on Trey Songz? I mean, he might want to pee on you.
Trey Songz is hip hop.
You can't pee on him, no.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's not just about being a man. Like I would expect a regular man to call the authorities.
You look at New Edition like hip hop?
Hell yeah. So when I did my whole sabbatical on hip hop, the first place I went to was Boston, Rochester, to go to their old neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And that shit real. You can see why Bobby Brown be on the shit he be on, where he grew up at. Them people crazy. Them people crazy.
Bobby Brown is really hip hop for sure. Like no doubt about it.
Shout out to Revenge. It was your responsibility in 2002 to not let this happen, Glasses. How is Drake in there? Y'all should have bullied early, OG. Nobody should bully anybody. When Drake first came to Cash Money, he was presented as a pop artist. He was a kid that was on Nickelodeon. That's how they announced him. They said, man, we just signed this star from Nickelodeon that was on a Nickelodeon show. Man, Glasses, he dope. That's how Stunner introduced him. And I'm listening to this man talking. I'm like, how is this going to work? Until that man pressed play. And that man pressed play. I was like, oh, this motherfucker is a bad motherfucker with making these records. This a bad motherfucker. And he was like cool because he was hella introspective. I thought it was good for kids to have somebody that was more kind of like, you know, he wasn't necessarily extra tough or tough at all. He was just a guy trying to make a dream happen. And so even if I felt like we didn't connect to some place, I could respect what he was doing and what he represented. The problem, Revenge, is when he changed, when he started talking tough and it went from starting from the bottom and all of that shit. I don't know what bottom he talking about.
But it's a lot of niggas who do that shit in hip hop. That ain't as tough as they rapping.
It's not about him being tough. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not having a critique on him because he's not tough.
Okay.
The change is when it started looking funny. It wasn't him. Like, at first, niggas liked Drake. Like, niggas fuck with him. He was dope. He's fucking dope as fuck. But he went from being this kind of alternative, you know, this alternative. Your phone's still on, Trap. It went from your mic on. It went from this alternative thing that other kids could have to now he was no different than YG.
Okay, so exactly. So when he starts talking that talk, when he starts talking this YG, I'm tough, whatever kind of talk, now does he have the same responsibilities as a real hip hop artist now?
Yes.
So now when he get peed on, now he got a fire.
Now it's on.
Okay.
But this all happened before that. Like,
okay.
I really was mad at Tip for letting that happen. No lie. Like, I didn't say nothing to Tip or none, but I was like, man, why would Tip let that happen? Or when Puff did all that shit, why would y'all do that to him?
What is Tip? That ain't Tip, son. He got children.
But certain people, you know, you supposed to, I expect hip hop to kind of stand up for. If they not on that timing, feel me, hip hop supposed to be like, hey man, that person ain't on that. I'm only gonna
help a nigga who I know will help himself. Like
okay, prime example, coach, just to give you a reference. Like on the end of the 7, so this 117th Street, my neighborhood is between Mona Boulevard, right?
Okay.
Mona Street, right? Go from my neighborhood to Mona Park and the Willowbrook, 117th and then the Willowbrook. And at the corner of Willowbrook is the Rosa Park station.
Okay.
Right? The metro station. It used to be a drug program. And people would walk from this drug program, they would walk down 117th Street because it was a shortcut.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't walk up Imperial. It was a shortcut. When my homies would try to press them people coming from that drug program, I would get mad at them. I'd be like, I don't do that, bro. They not on that timing. That's how I felt about Drake. Drake wasn't on that timing.
But do you see how I'm telling you, don't notice how you be talking about Drake though? You talk about Drake like he is coming from the drug program, like he is your child.
No, it wasn't that. It was just this person isn't on that energy. Like, so
apparently he was.
Now I'm like, oh shit. You know, but I didn't know. Like, at first he wasn't like that. He was cool, bro.
Y'all niggas peeing on him and shit. Now that nigga had to probably.
He didn't do nothing. That's the point. Like, I can see if you squabble something down, but you can't just talk it tough and not be tough. You have to squabble something down.
Do you? Okay. So,
what, he gonna have to squabble something down? I didn't think I asked too much.
I mean, that's true. That's facts. But I don't know if it should be another nigga's problem though. I don't think T.I. should have to do nothing about it.
I think T.I. supposed to check this homeboy. Hey man, don't do that to him.
What you gonna say? Hey, don't pee on this nigga. Like,
yeah, like Puff. Like Puff punching on him. Like, I felt bad. I'm like, why would Puff do that to that boy? I felt like shit. I was like, damn, man, that's raggedy. And then now I look around, I'm like, oh, Puff was right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Puff was right.
Exactly.
Puff was right.
Yeah, I'm here. But when I smoke, I got it. It's past certain time, so I got to smoke, and I don't want to smoke on camera though. But I'll be back in a second though.
He got to squabble something down, bro. Like LL would have squabbled something down, bro.
Nigga,
definitely.
What the hell? Why are we bringing up LA?
I'm saying LL was not necessarily G-Rap or Chris. He not them. Like, he came up.
You don't be hearing them LL stories. I'm not be the nigga to the dirt.
I'm not talking about. I'm saying LL. Like, that's what I'm saying. What's expected of LL is still because he's a part of the culture. Drake is different. He's this Nickelodeon kid that came into rap. Even when he used to talk, bro, he didn't even used to use the N-word, bro. He didn't even used to use slang.
Basically what you're saying though, like this though, right? A nigga ain't getting no points for putting hands up on Drake, B. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting whatever you do to Drake, you ain't, because it's not like that right there. Huh?
What did Drake get you first?
He would have to punch hard.
Like, Drake might get some points though. Drake might get some points for doing that though. He might get beat up, but he might get some points for doing that though.
And how fast he said this shit though. Like he thought about this shit already. Like, yeah, if Drake came up on me, he'd have to really hit me hard.
Because if he just hit me and then it's not a hard punch, I'm like, bro.
Cause imagine Drake hitting you and that shit just slide off your.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, come on, dog. What are you doing? What you doing with your time?
Come on, little nigga.
Lord knows.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. Get out, glasses. Drake fucking around and swing on you, B. You gonna break that nigga shit, B. Get the fuck out of here. What you talking about? Don't do that.
Hey, y'all tripping. Hey, Drake's training right now. He can't wait to see one of the West Coast niggas.
He's selling his last house in the United States of America right now to get up out of here. He's selling his last house in California.
Yeah, mind Drake.
He don't want nothing to do with you niggas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Drake. There,
he don't want nothing to do with
the baby. He said no.
Where
you going outside though? Cause
he's staying back in Toronto.
Nah, that's K dot there.
Nah, he in Houston. He in Houston.
Oh, so you see the verdict came back. The verdict came back in the public 245 came back. One they still confused on. Less than 24 hours of deliberation.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about that too. So because those verdicts came back and then they were confused about some of the other shit, does that give y'all any kind of thoughts on what the verdict is for the two?
George Jefferson walk out of federal court. That's what I'm going with right there, B. My son George Jefferson walking out of federal court.
I was talking to somebody earlier about this. I feel like it can't feel good for the prosecution, for the jury to still have questions about what some of this shit is.
My fear is they came back really fast on 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then half of the jury is split. So that makes me think the easier charges, right? 2 cases of trafficking, right? They both carry a federal mandatory minimum of 15 years apiece. And then the Mann Act is 3 and 5. So it's charge 2 is trafficking of Cassie. Charge 3 is Mann Act on Cassie, which is transportation. Charge 4 is trafficking on 50 baby mama, and charge 5 is the Mann Act, transportation of 50 baby mama for prostitution, trafficking. So they came back really fast with those charges. That scares me. And then what makes me more scared is because on the RICO charge, on the charge to me, that should have been the most questionable charge. They're struggling to figure out an answer.
But I don't. So for the RICO charge, that kind of make me feel good about that. Because at this point in time, you still should not be struggling. You're supposed to, by this time, the prosecution should have already presented a good enough case to where I'm like, oh, that's RICO. I think they're still like, that's not. I
know, but the problem is,
listen, all right. I got some shit for you right now, right?
Yeah.
So now, the crazy shit is this though. All they needed, so it's 5 counts altogether, right? It's 2 counts of the sex trafficking, and it's the other 2 counts. We know he's doing the room before, right? So now if they found him guilty on any one, say they found him guilty on one of the 2, you know what I'm saying, on each one of those charges, then the RICO Act is proved. The RICO guilty shit is proved then.
No, it don't work that way.
No. But what I'm saying is this though. If you can find him guilty on sex trafficking, and you can find him guilty on transportation. If you can find him guilty on either one of those charges right there, then the RICO Act charge is done.
But it don't work that way, right? You have to say that these things are happening in cahoots of an organization. And I think that's where they're deadlocked. They're deadlocked saying, hey, this is an organization where this is the behavior of the organization for profit. They're confused. They're split half and half. And they know they're not going to be able to come up with an answer. The issue is the bail, right? The 4 other charges, right? They carry 15 years mandatory minimum, and then the Mann Act carry 10 years. So he could easily end up with 25 years off of those 4 charges.
Would they run these charges concurrently, or would they
could pay them?
Or would they add it?
They could do it. They run a consecutive too, though. They could choose what they want. That's the judge. Judge got this.
25 years.
So this is my thing about Puff. I think it would have been an open and shut case if they would have charged him properly.
Exactly.
They would have been
15 years, which is always a fight.
This would have been an open and shut case. It would have been.
He could have probably settled for about 6 years.
Yeah, they would have charged him properly. Boom, boom, bang. And I don't think no black person in the world would have been like, I mean, other than Combs is this, but the rest of us would have been like, oh, all right, I mean, we get it. Yeah, he probably should have got 6 years for that. He probably should have got whatever. But the problem is they trying to get a man life.
Mandatory minimum.
So these are the charges. These are the charges right now. So now Puff's
Shout out
being
to
charged with
Shout out to Ray Like the Sun. I hope you're right, man. I want to pay out this burrito bad as hell, man. I want to be wrong. I do not want this to be right.
So Puff is being charged with five counts right now. He got 5 charges. He got one count of racketeering and conspiracy. He got 2 counts of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And he has 2 counts of transportation to engage within prostitution. You know what I'm saying? That's his 5 charges he got right there.
Yeah.
So now,
and they said they already got a verdict on 2 to 5.
Okay, so now what I'm saying is this right here, right? So now say if any one of these charges right here are he's found guilty on, if any one of these charges he's found guilty on, that can go along with then going into the racketeering conspiracy, because you got to remember, the organization. Hold on, real quick. The organization is one person. It's one person.
I understand it, but they have to say he's guilty of organizing as a business, as a racket. So you have to say he's guilty of this. No, they said he's guilty of this, and these are the 3 things that we see in it. You get what I'm saying? So they have charge 1, and then they have, if he's guilty of charge 1 on the jury sheet, you check yes or no, guilty or not guilty. If they say guilty, they have another line and say, if you check guilty, which one of these things do you think he's guilty of racketeering? And then there's a thing of 8, right? There's drug distribution, there's trafficking, there's the Mann Act, there's transportation in association with a RICO. But then they have the charges alone, right? Which is sex trafficking, which is, the Mann Act, which is really some racist shit in the first place.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Jury was confused on what drug distribution was,
because they're trying
to. It's not drug distribution within this case.
It is,
no,
but
to explain it.
It is trapped in cahoots with the RICO. It's one of the things you can check off on the RICO.
They trying to figure out what that is. They asked the judge. They said if somebody asks him for drugs and he give it to him, is that distribution?
Yeah, that shit was
distribution.
That's not distribution though. That's not distribution though. That's not distribution.
So this is how it works. It say, how do you find the defendant? Not guilty, guilty. Count 1, racketeering, conspiracy. How do you find the defendant? Not guilty, guilty. If and only if you find the defendant guilty of count 1, which types of racketeering acts do you unanimously find were involved in the offense? 1 is acts involving kidnapping. 2 is acts involving arson. 3 is acts involving bribery. 4 is acts involving witness tampering. 5 is acts involving forced labor. 6 is acts involving sex trafficking. 7 is acts involving transportation for purpose of prostitution. 9 is acts involving drug distribution. All you have to do is check 2 of those if you say he's guilty of the RICO. But they're fighting in half. They're half split. They like, we're not gonna come to an agreement. Some of these people don't. Half of these people don't believe it's a RICO. Some do, and a half don't. So the judge said, try a little bit more, but I know I can't ask y'all because I'm sure if y'all already came up with this is going to be a problem. So he let them, they finished the day and then they went back, but they're probably not going to agree on that. The problem is they not a problem. They already have a verdict on 2, right? Which is sex trafficking of Cassie. 3, transportation or Mann Act of Cassie. 4, sex trafficking of 5th baby mama. Count 5, Mann Act transportation of 5th baby mama.
I couldn't be no juror because I would only go off feel. Like if they
gotta feel right.
They gotta feel right. Like if that don't feel like sex trafficking to me. That's how I would do all that explanation of they gotta sex trafficking includes this and this and this and that. I wouldn't give a fuck about none of that. When they lay out a story and I'm listening to the defense attorney and I'm listening to the prosecution, I'm going by whatever feels right to me. All right, this feels like this feels like that. And you got to be a crazy motherfucker to say that some of this shit sound like sex trafficking and some of this shit sound like kidnapping. Like, I don't know. You just don't feel like that. If they would have gave the proper charges on this shit, because he did something wrong.
Yeah, they would have played him up.
Yeah, he obviously did something wrong here.
You got a tape of it.
Yeah. I would jury probably would have been, this shit probably been done deal already. Like, all right, yeah, he did that.
Shout out to Don Dub. What if those verdicts are not guilty? That's why they came back so fast. That's not normally.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not historically how it goes, but man, I'm hopeful. I want to be wrong. I want y'all to be right.
George Jefferson walk out of federal court. I'm telling you right now.
So I did this really dope podcast. I think one of the clips just leaked. Shout out to the homies, Bag Fuel, SO, and Heineken. Feel me? And we were talking about Big U. And one of the clips is live. It's got to be on YouTube. Look it up. Bag Fuel. Yeah, somebody clipped it on Instagram. And it was a dude that was mad. He felt like I was defending Big U. And I was telling him, no, I know the whole case. Like, I know the first victim of the case. And I'm like, I know that's not true. And we were talking, and I was explaining to him, like, bro, he ended up knowing who the victim one is and really understanding. And I was like, yeah.
Can I say something real quick, though?
Sure.
My bad. I'm going to cut you. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I'll say it after.
Yeah. So I'll just start telling you what it was. And look, man, it was a bunch of people in the comments saying he didn't see the paperwork.
Let me say. I want you to go too much further on it, though, P. I'm gonna say it like this, though. My brother hit me up. Maybe as soon as the shit happened, B. He told me everything that was gonna be presented within all the charges. Like he knew the sucker ass nigga who told. He knew everything on how the case got built, B. This before any type of news came out in no publication or anything like that, though. It's really intact. When you're a real one, you intact to the shit, though. You know what's going on around in this situation. The situation is happening, yo. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gotta all that look at the paperwork shit, though. He concrete on it, though, B. You know what I'm saying? So all that right there ain't even nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird to me, Trap, when people use the word paperwork in reference to saying, did I see the paperwork on Big U case? I'm like,
you ain't got to.
There's no paperwork. But there is no paperwork. They're talking about the actual, they think paperwork means when the feds typed up these charges, that's paperwork. That's not paperwork.
Paperwork means the transcripts from the courtroom when that shit happens. That's what paperwork means. Y'all fucking lame ass people that be talking street shit.
But this is what I be saying, like, when it be niggas using street terms, coach, and they don't know what it means.
You know what the hell they talking about?
You see the paperwork? I'm like, are you talking about what the feds typed up on the indictment? Yeah, the paperwork. That's not paperwork.
That's not paperwork. That's why, yo, Glass, I tell you all the time, bro. I don't like discussing street shit. I don't like doing that shit, bitch. You gotta stop doing. Like, come on, stop entertaining motherfuckers who ain't really like. You gotta stop that, bitch.
See the paperwork, Glasses. You to see the paperwork. The paperwork. Yeah, you know when the indictment. I'm like, nigga, that's not paperwork. That's the white people telling you about why they picking niggas up. Paperwork. When they talking about the transcript, like when they talking about the court, the testimonies, or what you said to a police officer in a room or in a car. It's nothing to do with an indictment. That's an indictment. That's not paperwork. But I get it. Y'all have so many people trying to explain street shit to y'all without nuance. So then you come repeat it to somebody that really gets that type of shit, that lost friends, family members, mother to this shit, and y'all start saying shit.
But niggas don't give a fuck.
Entertaining them, Glass. You gotta stop entertaining that shit. I do that shit all the time, bro.
They don't give a fuck until they lose a friend or a family, and when it touches home, now they be like, oh, then they be on the same book you paid you on. Hey, you know what's up with that? Yeah, but that's why I don't like. It's funny because I'm starting not to like to talk to people about this shit either now.
Yeah,
like it's starting to throw me off. Like when you see other black people wanting to condemn other black people,
man,
it's kind of hurtful, bro.
Weird.
Like it's really weird. Nigga, like if you see a nigga get charged with 7 or 8 counts or some shit, and nigga, like I'll talk to somebody. If you hear the case, you listen to the case, and they got this charge, and when you start hearing the case, and you like, all right, if you're gonna say this is arson, and you say, man, if that's arson, nigga, that's like a 3 on the arson level. Or nigga, sex trafficking, that's like a 2. If sex
to me, that would be grade 3.
Yes, exactly. Grade 3.
Grade
nigga, like,
3.
what are
that's
we
not
doing
trafficking.
Right
like if you're saying he forced her to participate in that would be great. That's not trafficking.
Drug distribution. That's like,
you know what I hate the most though?
Drug distribution. That is not trap. If we have a party and you handing out joints in Texas, that is not drug distribution, man.
No, it's not.
Like,
it's not. Yo, bro, I've been in. Listen, man. Let me tell you something, bitch.
Hey, Trap, before you say this, Diddy got a case full of threes, 2s and 3s, and niggas feeling like other black people treating him like he's the devil.
Let me tell you, right? So
come on.
So yo, listen, Coach, I need you to get a clubhouse. Get you know what I'm saying? I need you to pull up on the clubhouse because people are asking about, you know what I'm saying, Coach, and this, that, this, about the shorts and all that shit. I got ladies asking about the shorts. They fucking with you over there. You gotta pull up, you know what I'm saying, like that. So when we have these discussions, right? So I sit there and go, I see the same shit. Diddy in 5. You know what I'm saying? I say all the time, Diddy in 5, B. George Jefferson walking out of federal court, B.
I hope so.
So then you know what their response always be? Huh?
I'm gonna pray tonight for that.
You said what?
Listen, you know what their response always is, though, B?
What?
You didn't see what he did to that woman?
He's not being charged for that.
I seen what he did to that woman. Fucked up.
Okay.
It's fucked up, but he not being charged with that.
No, Trap. I don't want to be the nigga saying this shit. I hate that. Hey, fuck it. I don't
Do
give a
it, Coach. Do it.
If you say what he did to that woman, if we don't put that number on the ass whooping, that's a 2. That's a 3 ass whooping.
No. That's an 8 or 9, B. We're not doing that.
No, that's not no.
Yeah, we're bugging the fuck out. That nigga whipped that girl ass.
Tina Turner's 8 or 9.
No, bro, that girl was down on the ground like this. Kicked in the head, nigga. Kicked in the head.
He whipped on the kick, nigga. He didn't even kick her.
He looked like he didn't even try to want
to. He missed her. Nigga, I'm not saying if they was trying
to throw a bonds at her.
I would be cool with that.
Me too.
But my nigga, Trap, that's
not Ike level. He on Ike level. He on Ike level. Nah, he on Ike level.
He is not
Ike on the same tier. Him and Ike on the same tier. No. I can do that. Because Ike did some wild from the movie. Ike did some wild shit.
Trap, do I believe?
So he might be a 3 under Ike.
Boy, Ike Turner is a 12.
No, if Ike is here, Diddy right here.
No.
Hey, let me tell you some crazy shit. Hey, my landlord about 17 years ago is Joanne Turner, Ike Turner brother, sister.
Okay.
She used to tell me, like, nigga, that nigga's crazy. Nigga, Ike Turner was giving like 10, 12 ass whoopings. And I'm not saying Pump ain't never gave out no 10.
You gotta go within the time of day what happened in there, though.
No.
You gotta go within the time of day it's happening, though. This is the 60s. No. Hold on, bro. Let me see what I'm saying, though. This is the 60s. Early 70s, this shit is happening, though, B. So, like, it's like looking at something, you know, within time, shit get toned down a little bit.
Ass whoopers was different back then.
Yeah, it was different back then. Nigga walked in the crib. Yo, my dinner not ready.
Yeah,
nigga was doing shit like that.
Yeah, hey, no, you right, Trap. Hey, it was
bro.
It wasn't frowned upon as much as
fucked up.
Yeah, your shit ain't hot, nigga. You getting your ass whipped. Oh, my dinner ain't got no ass whipping time. Oh,
yeah, so you gotta put it towards what it's like in 2020. So it's like this, then, B.
Even 2020, that wasn't no solid ass whipping, Trap. Come on, man.
Hey, bro. Yo, bro, all I'm see that.
Diddy. I mean, hey, so you, okay. So
not me, because I'm not doing it. But go ahead, Joe.
I'm not saying Diddy ain't never gave a 10 ass for that. I'm not saying, because by the case, he probably is whooping bitches up, women asses. He probably is really whooping asses, for sure. But what we saw on tape was not one of his best, finest pieces of work.
Okay, let me tell you right now, right? The only reason why, because that man was barefooted and holding on to his towel the whole time. He whipping her ass, nigga. That nigga was a professional at that shit, nigga.
Nigga, I would have shot a nigga too.
Holding on to his towel, nigga, the whole time. He whipping her ass, nigga, glasses. Cover your mouth glasses. Cover your mouth glasses. Because you know, the man was holding on to his towel. Like, that's professional.
If that nigga had some hard bottoms on, yeah, probably would have been a great 10 ass whooping. Nigga came out there barefooted with a towel on.
Ray like the sun. Y'all can't compare it to that time. The big singers during that early days of Aretha alluded not believing their man loved them if they didn't hit them. But rather than hit them than leave them.
I'm gonna say this too. Back in that time too, women could take a way better ass whooping too.
Yo, come on, Coach, man. They never take no ass whooping. We ain't about to do that. We ain't about to do that. Yo, disclaimer right now. Disclaimer right now. No stealing. Hold on. Disclaimer right now. The dinner table, lunch table, we are not for women getting their ass kicked.
That coach trip.
Unless you deserve it. Unless you deserve it, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe in hitting women. But that's just facts, nigga. If you was getting worse ass whoopings, you build up a tolerance.
No sit at lunch table. The dinner table.
Disclaimer.
I love y'all.
Go check us out. Hey, go check us out on.
No, we're not out. We're not leaving. We're not leaving, bro.
Podcast on YouTube.
Please
We're not leaving, bro.
Go get us to 3,000 or 4,000, guys.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not packing this up, bro. We good. We good, bro. We're not packing this up.
We packing this up.
No. How much time we on right now? How much time we on right now? Nah. They ain't pack up worthy. That's not pack up worthy, B. We still gotta talk.
He gotta work. No sitting.
I gotta do my dinner trap.
You know it better be hot. You know. No silly. Let's say we're gonna wrap this up. Shout out to
Yo, kind of ADHD Clubhouse. We're bringing this conversation over there. Come through, Ralph. Come through.
Make sure you down below Clubhouse. Subscribe to the ADHD Room. Go follow Coach
Wolfpack
_Prime.
Send it to me, Coach.
Feel me? Go check that shit off again. Feel me? And all that. Like this. If y'all like the dinner table, please let me know in the comments if y'all like the
double tap on YouTube. Double tap the screen on YouTube.
Double tap. You know what I'm saying? Double tap. We do this to support the No Sitters Podcast. Just dropped a great episode. Go listen to it on the No Sitters Podcast, iHeart Podcast app.
Yo, go sign up for ADHD Podcast Club, and I'm saying podcast joint though too. We doing that too. Glad to be there though too. We doing a whole lot of shit. Coach, you gotta pull up. You might need to go over there, man. Gotta do an episode though. We should go over there and do an episode. That's what you should do.
Yeah, for sure. But we're gonna get Coach out here because I think he's hungry and we don't need this.
Yeah, the Coach is bugging.
He's hungry.
I don't.
Make sure that food hot, B. For when they end up smacking you. Come on with that food cold.
Like that. I'll hit women with my hands.
That is food cold, Coach.
He only uses me. Don't lie. Love y'all, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Lunch hour.
Yeah, easy. 12 o'clock tomorrow. 3 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.